Welcome to Tiny Rails, the fun little game with a train. I am currently doing the... Oh, here's my train going past now. And looking very pretty. And very colourful at least. Especially some of these carriages in the middle. I'm currently doing the Latin America quest, and I'm almost at the end of Chapter 2. I think all I've got to do is go to Fort Lauderdale, and then I'll be on to Chapter 3 of the Latin America quests. Oh, and it's night time, and I'm coming into Montgomery, Alabama. One of the quirks of the game that I'm not a huge fan of is the fact... Oh, it's Tallahassee. Sorry, not Fort Lauderdale. I'm not a huge fan of is the main screen is in daylight, and when you enter the game, it can be nighttime. So you don't always know what you're going to see when you start the game. But that's just another quirk of things which, well, the list of things I dislike in this world is large. There's the fireworks going off in the Bastille car again. As you can see, I've got lots of cars that need upgrading, and some of which are going to be replaced after they've been upgraded. But I'll wait until daylight to do that, as I come into Tallahassee to continue with the story. Grandpa, here we are in Tallahassee, Diana. Diana, thank you very much for your help, crew. As always, it's appreciated. Valerie, and as always, it's our pleasure, Diana. You've been so supportive, glad to return the favour. Lance, hey team, I hope I'm not interrupting. Got a lead for you, maybe? Grandpa, oh, what have you got, Lance? Lance, heard through the grapevine that Railco is making a push south. They're looking to piggyback on your Mexico route. The hope is they can break into South America. Grandpa, the route through Central America is tricky though. Lots of countries and the only direct line is in disrepair. Blackwell will certainly run into issues there. See, this is one of the problems with the way they put the story together in this version of the game. Is I dealt with Blackwell last time I saw him. He was in jail or escaped and disappeared, I can't remember. But he's no longer running his railroad. This part of the story should come a lot earlier in the game. Lance, after they took it on the chin with the transatlantic tunnel, word is Railco is willing to sink in the time and money. Diana, well, I'm pretty confident I could work out something. If I could get funds, would you be able to clear a direct route? Speed things up and you could beat them to the Panama Canal. That's your gateway to South America, right there. Struth, this chatting's going on a while. Lance, I'll work on getting Hank to meet you somewhere. If resources aren't a problem, his team can clear the track. Do a little work here and I'll let you know when he's ready. Grandpa, good suggestion, Lance. Keep us posted. Oh, yeehaw, they finally stopped talking. Right. Lance, good news, crew. I managed to track down Hank. His team is ready to meet you in Mexico City. Better hustle. Right. That's Latin America Chapter 2 complete. And as I say, this part of the story really should have come earlier in the whole saga, because I've been through the whole of South America and Central and Latin America. So, and now I'm going to go to Mexico City, which is there. Okay. If it had come earlier, it would make more sense. And I'll stop moaning now. In other news, it is, at the time of the recording of this, the Steam Summer Sale, and Tiny Rails is on sale in the Steam Summer Sale for the truly horrifically overpriced $2.50. I mean, seriously, if you haven't got this game and you've got $2.50 to spare, get this game. You can spend hours, days, weeks, months playing this game. For $2.50, it's certainly worth it. For $10, it's worth it, to be honest. It's 75% off, I think, is the sale price, but basically in American currency, $2.50. You know, it's basically the cost of 2 Cokes. It's just great depart. So now I'm kind of waiting for daylight on my way to Mexico City so I can see what all these cars look like as I upgrade them, and then which ones I'm going to replace. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm going to replace the ticket booth car, this muffin car, the sushi car, the Year of the Dragon car, and that's it. Those 4 cars. But I've got, I forget, is it 13 cars to upgrade? Something like that. 13, 15, somewhere between 13 and 15 cars to upgrade. But I prefer to do it when it's daylight, just purely so I can see what the upgrades actually change the decorations of the cars to. What else is going on in the world? Liverpool won the Premier League. They won that on Thursday night, I believe, and today Bayern Munich got their trophy for winning the Bundesliga. Yes, I'm a big football / if you're American, soccer fan, and I enjoy watching both the Premier League and the Bundesliga whilst I'm in America. If I was in England, I'd watch the Football League as well, because I am a Swindon Town supporter, because that's where I was brought up. Well, that's not strictly true. I was a child of a Royal Air Force family, so I wasn't really brought up anywhere. We moved every 2 to 3 years, so it's not like I have a major affinity for anywhere, but the longest time I spent anywhere in my childhood was around Swindon. So hence I am a Swindon Town supporter. Not a fanatical one, but if they're playing and I get a chance to see them, I will watch them. I have a friend who is a fanatical Swindon Town supporter, goes to pretty much every home game and quite a few of the away games, I believe. And it's a great way to spend a couple of hours of your life watching a football match live. I still remember when I worked in Warwickshire, near Tamworth, a place called Atherstone. Me and a colleague I worked with there, we were both big football fans. Didn't feel like a trip into the West Midlands to watch the bigger teams, so we used to watch Atherstone United. I think they were United or Atherstone FC, little non-league local team. We had a great time. A couple of hours in the stands at Atherstone on a cold winter's or autumn evening. Still a really fun evening out. Watching football live, soccer if you're American, live is, to me, a great time. Doesn't matter if they're semi-pro teams, doesn't really matter if it's Sunday morning league football. Although normally watching that, I used to play that, but normally watching that with a hangover is not the most exciting thing in the world, because, well, let's face it, the standard isn't that good, and with a hangover it really doesn't help. But I'll stop going on about the joys of football now. But I am very glad that it's back on television or back being played, because the world without sport isn't as much fun. And as I live in America currently, with now wave 2 of the pandemic, because all the idiots went out and congregated in every bar and beach known to man and reinfected everybody, looks like I'm not going to be going anywhere for a live or being able to attend live sports anytime soon. So I'm kind of glad I can watch it at least on television. And not to get into politics either, particularly, but apparently the Department of Justice, the Attorney General in America, what's his name, Bill Barr, has declared that anybody who is anti-fascist will be treated as an enemy of the state and a terrorist, and like a terrorist. And I'm kind of thinking, okay, so now we're meant to support fascists? Now, not to get the whole political thing, but this is reminding me of the 1930s, where 80 plus years ago, the people didn't object to anything that was pro-fascist, and look where we ended up then. And it seems like the current lot in power in America are doing the same sort of thing. So, but it's going to apparently be illegal to be anti-fascist. So, make of that what you will. Anyway, daylight has arrived. Once I get out of Fort Stockton. So now I will start upgrading cars, starting with the Bongo Congo car at the front, which is going to level up to level 2 and have a long way to go to level 3. Okay, the Bongos changed slightly. Now the Eldorado's car's turn. Okay, that definitely changed colour. Kind of like it. The Lion's Pride car. Okay, the Lion's changed. What's this one? The Hot Doggy? Hot Doggy car. These are all cheap to upgrade. Yep, definitely the Hot Doggy's now got more condiments on it. The Bastille car. We didn't notice much of a change there, if anything. The Ticket Booth car. That's now level 3. That's fully upgraded. And it's going to be replaced shortly. The Muffin car. That's kind of expensive to upgrade, almost 7,000. That's an overcooked muffin. The Sushi car, which is also expensive to upgrade. Not really sure I noticed much of a difference there. The wonderful Year of the Dragon car, the very colourful Year of the Dragon car. That's really expensive to upgrade, 30,000. Okay, yeah, definitely more decorative. Well, time to do a bit of cleaning and maintenance by the looks of it. The wonderful Polly car. Let's see what colours this changes to. Okay, that definitely changed to be equally colourful. Ah, okay, we're coming into El Paso. 4 more cars to upgrade. Straight out of El Paso. And okay, the sub of the Subquatica car changed a bit. See what the Safari car does. Yep, that definitely changed. It now got zebra type stripes on it. Okay, here we go through Juarez. And let's see what we do with the sandcastle. I'm expecting the sandcastle to take on a different shape. At the cost of almost 16,500 to upgrade it. Yep, that's a slightly different shape. And the ostrich car, or the ostrich farm car. Yeah, just changed the outside decoration. And finally, the Wild West keg car. Now has a second barrel. I wasn't sure if the barrel was going to move from one end to the other, or if it was going to add more barrels. So it looks like it added more barrels. So when it goes up to level 3, I'm sure it will add a third barrel. Just while I'm at this end of the train, I'll collect the money that's in the caboose. So we come into Chihuahua. And out again. So now, I've got 4 cars to change. And I'm going to go with easy to upgrade cars, which I know are at this end of my huge mass of cars. So I will change the... You are a Hawaiian car. I'll change the ticket car for a Hawaiian car. I'll change you... No, I don't want to use one of you actually. Yep, we'll use you. You're a passenger type car. You're a passenger type car. And you're a passenger type car. Okay, that's 4 different cars on my train, which will upgrade relatively easily. Because I want to upgrade pretty much all cars to level 3 anyway. That way I make a little more money selling them. If you sell a level 1 car, you probably get less than 200 for it. If you sell a level 3 car, you may only make a few hundred on it, or you may make many thousands. And all it takes is time and the fact they have to exist on your train. Okay, that's all my money making cars on screen at the same time there. So I would rather spend the time, because it's no real effort, to just keep cars on your train and upgrade them every now and then. But all these other cars on my train are going to take 25,000 experience before they upgrade to level 3 and get replaced. And if I go back to the wonderful list of cars, I have in all at this end of my list of cars, where all the ones with purple backgrounds are, a lot, well, I still got a few, not necessarily a lot, about seven cars which are going to take 25,000, well, a total of 30,000 experience to get to level 3. Now, let me just sell all the stuff that's been collecting on my train, and then move on. Next time around, I think I will change the engine. You guys aren't going to take too long to get to 500 experience to upgrade to level 2 and then 3. Yeah, I'll change my engine next time round just to be different, just to have a different engine on, because this engine and caboose have been on my train for a while. It's a very pretty looking engine, but I have 30 odd, was about 36 of them, something like that. So I could change one every episode if I felt like it, and I probably still wouldn't get through them all before I get to the end of the game / story, because I am now 76% of the way through the total quest progress, and Latin America Chapter 2. The race is on to reach the Panama Canal and prepare a route to South America before Cyril and the Railcrow crew can get there first. Navigate Central America on your way south. I've already completed Central America, basically. Hence my earlier moans about this fact this bit part of the story seems out of sync. So if I go to the map and look down here a bit, that is Central America, which is fully upgraded, fully all cargo delivered, and fully explored. Also, as you can see, I have 23 million currently in the bank. In probably about another 2 or 3 episodes, I am going to do another mass buying of cars. As we saw a couple of episodes ago, 2-3 episodes ago, if I buy 30 rare rolls on the gumball machine and 30 standard rolls, that cost me 13.5 million. So if in a few episodes I've got about 27 million, then I can go absolutely nuts on buying cars, and I won't be able to fit it in one episode, but if I've got 27 million, I can afford to buy 60 rare rolls and 60 standard rolls for a total of 120 cars. And I'll just show this as a little way to go. I currently have found 151 out of 212 possible cars, which means I have 61 cars to find, including this one. And I really want to find this car that's known as number 2, because it really don't like coming into this screen and not seeing an actual coloured car there rather than just a silhouette. Yes, I have strange quirks like that, but that page would look so much nicer if there was an actual car there rather than a silhouette. Oop, wrong. Oh, I'm coming into Mexico City. So we'll see where it sends me after Mexico City, but unless it's really close, I'm going to end the episode after I get to Mexico City, and then continue onwards after that in the next episode. But my main goal, well, my main goals now, apart from to get the other 61 cars, which I haven't seen yet, is to complete the story. Grandpa, it was good of you to join us, Diana. Diana, oh, I'm happy to do it. If you need help with money, I want to be here to provide it. Hank, hey everyone, Lance tells me we're about to have an adventure. My team is up for it if you are, just say the word. Lance, I'm going to do my best to map out the route for you. Hank will run ahead of you to keep the track in decent shape. Valerie, we understand, Lance. Thanks for doing the research. Where should we start? Lance, let's head over to Chetumal. Yeah, I'm probably pronouncing that horribly. Mexico. I'll work out a point to cross into Belize from there. Oh, forgot. Okay. Mark that on the map. Start heading in whatever direction that takes me. Okay. No, I'm not going to get there this episode. I'll get to the next station, and that's where I think I'll end this episode. Okay. Well, that was a trip into Chapter 3 of the Latin America quest, and a lot of car upgrades. And they're not particularly new. I think I've seen all of these cars before, but some different cars on my train for the moment. And some... I do love this car. It is really colourful, the Poly car. As I say, that's where I'm going to end the episode. I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully I'll see you down the track for more of Tiny Rails in the near future. Cheerio!